there are certain cars that are preserved in museums. Of course, you have the convoy truck that it features that legendary hood ornament. You have the Dukes of Hazzard car, and the Batmobile, amongst many other things. And of course, there's the Pontiac Trans Am I was seen in Smokey and the Bandit, baby. With Burt Reynolds, get ready to tear up the highway with the Bandit, a fast-loving, fast-talking trucker who takes on his craziest haul yet, delivering 400 cases of beers from Texarkana to Atlanta in just 28 hours. With Sheriff Buford T. Justice Jackie Gleason hot on his trail and eager to teach him some respect for the law, the Bandit joins forces with good old boy Cletus, Jerry Reed, and runaway bride Carrie, Sally Field. Gear up for some huge laughs, pedal to the metal action, and some of the wildest car chases ever filmed. And they're right about the car chases. They are right about those. Holy smokes. Now, I'm going to say Convoy was good, but at the same time I felt like it was cheesy and it was fun. It feels like Smokey and the Bandit was a way that improved on it. I like both, but honestly I like this one better. Now, just the fact alone, it's with the cowboy hat and the mustache. You see, that's pure Americana right there. You get the chrome plated. This is a 1970s movie that you turn your brain off and enjoy, but this isn't just like a cheapo, quick exploitation picture. This is a film that delivers on the characters and the laughs. Now, there are some, Burt Reynolds steals the show when he's got the mustache, but he's also being pursued by Jackie Gleason, and Jackie Gleason is just a catchphrase spouting machine. He was given free reign on how to, and he ad-libbed a lot of the lines. It's like, hey, don't you dare swear in front of me. But yet then he goes on and says a whole bunch of BS, and this is where the origin came in. Every time that character swears, there's the it's like we hear, do you know what FO means? And then later in the movie when Justice is being talked to by another cop, he's like, I would please do not use that language with me. And then the cop just continues swearing. Finally, guy, he has enough, and then we get the legendary horn honk when he says F you and a whole bunch of other stuff. It is great. And I'm just like, yes, I want to see more of this. I want to see more of this cop car that is slowly being demolished. I mean, it goes from being a cruiser all the way down to just absolutely nothing. By the time this cruiser reaches the film's climax, is like when the doors is busted, there's no roof. Somehow both hoods are still intact, but yeah, but the cop has a kind of an idiot son who is like, you say, hang on, boy, you need to hang on to this evidence, and he's got the evidence right there in the passenger seat. Put it in the back, you nitwit, and just coming up with the phrases and things like that. So this is the cop that I wanted to see, and best part is like this isn't like Letterbox of Death or with any lousy editing or anything like that. This is a nice what is this in 480 anthropomorphic widescreen 185 one at an hour and 36 minutes. This feels like it's a full complete movie within the time frame there, and I'm like, good. Nothing feels stretched. Nothing feels like it's a waste of time. Of course, now this was directed by where is he at? Hal Needham, who was a famous stuntman, and he made his directing debut here. And it's like he knows how to direct chase scenes because we get a variety of camera angles. We get a lot of carnage and action and everything like that. And I'm like, yes, I want to see more of this. It's like the stunts here are great. It's because what I like was the variety. It's like, yeah, we get the truck and it's being discreet because it's got illegal beer in the back. But we got the black Trans Am that performs some jumps, like it one famous scene that goes over a bridge, somehow does it, treads through some water, and just continues just to be barreling through towns, because Pontiac did not. We're a little hesitant about sending us, like, saying, hey, can we get 6 Trans Ams, and they only gave out 4, and then like 2 of another car or something like that. But when this movie, on a budget of what, $6 million, and made I could over 100 million in 1977, when the sequel came out, the company happily obliged when the production company asked for 10. So this really does go to show that it's like when you get the right vehicle or product placement, the sales will increase, because that's what happened with this. Sally Field is in here, it's like she's there. She does add some levity and humor and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, this is pretty cool. I am liking this. Let us just watch this and enjoy the ever living heck out of it. It's a good, fun movie. There are some CB phrases. I guess they're like the motif for this movie is it's kind of anti-authoritarian, and just keep on moving and trucking, just to living life on your own terms without really hurting anyone, and just trying to just live life. Of course, there are a couple of Texans who have the most ridiculous Texan outfits. Think of like the rich Texan from The Simpsons, or if you like the Fairly Odd Parents, Doug Dimmadome, over the Dimsdale Dimmadome, like that. You got the suits, you got the cheesy mustache, you got the mustaches, you got the long hair, and I'm like, it's like, let's get one tall guy and one shrimp, and just have that just have the humorous dichotomy going on. Yeah. The music here is great. It's country music. It's like the other one was Convoy from C.W. McCall, whereas Jerry Reed does a couple of songs, it's like especially Eastbound and Down, Load Up and Truck, which they play, which accentuates the action, and it just makes this movie feel real alive, including having like local extras play some truckers, having some like cops who I understand what the concept of this movie is about. No one's reputation gets hurt. And I'm like, good. This is what I want to see. I want to see just a good, fun movie that, what was this? For those who partake in beer, it's like, you get a couple buddies, you get a 12-pack of Coors Light or whatever, or if you don't drink, you get some like Mountain Dew or something like that, and you enjoy the ever-loving heck out of it. That's what this type of movie is. So, Burt Reynolds, which is short for Burton Reynolds, was with here, what was that, Cannonball Run, a couple of other ones. He was in the top from 1978 to 1982, but eventually later his career started to decline, and he didn't really have good investments, and by the time, like, the year, like, what was that, 1990s, 2010s, he started owing some money, his health was declining because he did most of his stunts, and I think in the 1990s for a movie called City Heat, he had one of his worst injuries, and for another movie, it was like he broke his coccyx, his tailbone. So it was like he was a hell of an actor. Had some other business ventures. So yeah, this is like a road movie that you watch. It's like, hey, let's see what the 1970s was like with just like you can have both progressive rock, but you can also have a Trans Am, a fiery car. Just a good time. This movie is funny. Dialogue is smart. The chase scenes are great. The mustaches are great, and just how far that Jackie Gleason of the Honeymooners, who I swear is playing, who was ironically a bus driver. Now he's an officer, and he will just go over the top, and it's hilarious. This is a great movie, so I do recommend that you watch Smokey and the Bandit.